Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Ford and Tesla and the fact that Ford has finally overtaken Tesla, and it's pretty exciting news. With that being said, let's just get into all of the details. So, Consumer Reports recently released information on the new Ford Mustang Mach-E, and this information is pretty exciting. So, first off, what they said is that the Mach-E so far has shown to be a very reliable vehicle. There have been a few problems, but they've been pretty minimal, and overall, it's a very reliable, very well-built vehicle. And you guys know that I talked about that in my reviews with the Mach-E. Is when I would go and review it, I would say, you know what, this feels like it has just really good build quality, and it feels like it's a car that's going to last. And so far, that is exactly what we have seen from a reliability standpoint with what Consumer Reports has tested with the Mach-E, and then obviously what they've gotten from people that also happen to own Mustang Mach-Es. Now, the next thing is, because of this reliability with the Mach-E and because of everything that it has going for it from, an aesthetic perspective, the interior tech with how easy that stuff is to use and all of that, they are now recommending this over the Tesla Model 3. The Tesla Model 3 was the prior #1 pick for an electric vehicle. They said it's the best electric vehicle ever made, and that no longer stands. It's now the Ford Mustang Mach-E, and I kept saying this in my reviews, and people kept fighting me on it. They're like, nope, Tesla is better. You're just a Ford fanboy. And it's like, no, I don't care who makes the car. I just care who makes the best car, right? And once I reviewed the Mach-E, I just instantly knew this is better than Tesla, and it's going to take some time for people to kind of get to that conclusion, because it has, Mustang in the name, and people were butthurt about that. And then on top of that, there's so many Tesla fan people that just like, no matter what Tesla does, they're like, oh, it's the best company ever. And it's like, no, they're a company like any other. They can make mistakes. And, recently Tesla's just made a ton of bad business decisions. And so, yeah, it has a cult following. And so even after this information has been released, people will still go and be like, oh, no, don't worry. Tesla's coming out with this new thing, and it's going to fix it and this and that. And, 3 years down the road, it still hasn't been fixed. But then they go, oh, no, but this thing, right? So, yeah, basically the Mach-E is, again, more reliable than the Tesla Model 3. That's the big thing. And then the other thing they found in the testing is that the safety tech with the Mustang Mach-E is easier to use than what you have in the Tesla Model 3. So not only is the car more reliable, so you're gonna have to spend less money on maintenance costs, it's a safer vehicle to drive. What they basically noticed is that the self-driving stuff seemed to work a lot better than what you have with Tesla's autopilot and everything. If you guys are wondering with the Mach-E, it's called the Blue Cruise. My Ford Raptor has it as well. And they said it functions better and it's safer. And if the driver's not paying attention in the Ford, it actually warns you, and it warns you, pretty early on. Whereas with the Tesla, it doesn't necessarily always warn you, and they could figure out ways to like trick the system so then they could just, let the car drive and they wouldn't have to intervene whatsoever, which obviously is illegal at this point and it's not safe. So the Mach-E showed to be, an easier vehicle to drive, but then also just the safer option to drive as well. And so, yeah, and this isn't just like, some little test. This is, Consumer Reports buys the vehicle and they drive it a bunch and they put a bunch of miles on it and they see what happens. And then obviously they get information from people that own the vehicle as well. So this is, at this point, since Ford sold like 27,000 Mach-Es last year, this is probably at least a big portion of those people driving, literally combined millions of miles together. And this is the information that they're kind of putting together from all of those miles driven. And so, yeah, I think it's pretty important stuff. And the other big hit because of this is Tesla fell quite a bit at the company itself in Consumer Reports. So they're 23rd place in terms of ranking out of the automakers. There's 32 total in this list, and they're 23rd now, which is basically putting Tesla as not a desirable automaker to buy from, right? If you guys are wondering, the automakers that are considered desirable to buy from, stuff, that, right, makes sense to you guys. Mazda, Honda, BMW, Lexus, so brands that are known for either tech or reliability and durability. And then stuff that isn't very highly rated on the list is stuff like Mitsubishi, GMC, and Jeep as well. So brands that aren't necessarily known for the best reliability. That's usually what gets you put down pretty far on the list. So Tesla's still doing better than those brands, but I mean, there's a big difference between Tesla being compared to, a big automaker like Ford, and now they're kind of being compared to like Mitsubishi. Like Tesla is falling a massive amount. And so I guess that this will kind of get me into like the opinion section. I know I've kind of sprinkled some opinion throughout the video, but more so on the opinion section in today's video on what I think is really going to be happening with Tesla unless they make big changes is Tesla's just, they're obviously going to continue to sell a decent amount of cars, and, they'll probably continue to sell a little bit more year over year. But I think that their market dominance is coming to an end unless they get vehicles out and unless they make major changes to the build quality in their vehicles. And the build quality is the number one thing, and I've commented on this every single time I review a Tesla. I'm like, okay, you are an automaker that is apparently worth more than any of the other automakers combined, but you can't build a vehicle that doesn't have panel gaps, and you can't build a vehicle that isn't going to have these crazy reliability issues. Or, like with the new Tesla Model S Plaid, I was like, so you can build the fastest accelerating car on the planet, but then you don't understand that you need to put brakes that work on the vehicle, right? So what Tesla needs to do is they need to spend more time on their cars and on production of those vehicles and make sure they're building good vehicles. This is what Ford's done with the Mach-E, and this is why the Mach-E is going to continue to be extremely successful. And other EVs that Ford releases, like the new F-150 Lightning, are going to do amazing because people now know that Ford can not only build an EV, they can build a reliable EV that has good safety tech that is just as good as Tesla and better in a lot of areas. And so people are just they're not gonna buy from Tesla anymore, right? There's still be the people that'll buy from it because they hype up Elon Musk and all this other stuff, and it's the brand to buy from, right? But people are gonna slowly realize that, I don't really want to spend Tesla money anymore, and I don't want to deal with Tesla reliability and build quality and all this other stuff. They're like, I just want a good electric car that's gonna get me from A to B every single time. I don't have to worry about things breaking, and I don't have to worry about all the weird Tesla things. So I guess to come full circle with today's video, and sorry if this video is more like rant-like than other videos that I usually post on this channel, but like I'm not trying to I don't have a thing out for Tesla. I hope you guys don't think I have a thing out for Tesla. I just get frustrated when I get all these comments, and then also I see all these posts about how Tesla's like the greatest brand ever, and then I go to review cars with that expectation in my mind, like, oh, this car has been hyped up so much, and then I drive it and review it, and I'm like, this is not that good. And so now that's kind of why I seem like I've been against Tesla, it's because I feel like it's overhyped, and this is just showing that, right? This is showing that, what people consider the old school car makers like Ford can go and build an electric vehicle and make it that's just as good as Tesla. Again, if not better. Like the Mustang Mach-E, I told you guys, it's better than the Tesla Model 3 for sure, and it's also better than the Tesla Model Y, in my opinion. Like if you're looking to buy a $70,000 electric vehicle, like $70,000 or less, I should say, because you can get trims on the Mach-E, they're less expensive than that. So $70,000 or less. Mustang Mach-E, right? It's the car to get. None of the Teslas, nothing from any of the other automakers. It's the Mustang Mach-E right now. So again, I don't have anything out for Tesla. They need to fix things. They need to get vehicles out. Release the Cybertruck for real. People should be able to buy a Cybertruck at this point. Tesla Roadster, same thing. People should be able to buy the Tesla Roadster. So where's the semi-truck, right? They've got all these cars that they said they're going to release and they haven't released. And then on their current product, again, like I said earlier in the video, just make a good vehicle that doesn't have all these issues, that doesn't have panel gaps and reliability issues and all this stuff that they're constantly having to worry about. And there's a reason why Tesla won't release their, warranty claim information. They won't release how many warranty claims they have because it's probably pretty ugly. And so, yeah, that's the news for today. Again, sorry that it was a little bit more heated, but yeah, Ford is officially overtaking Tesla. So if you are looking to buy an EV, Ford, not Tesla anymore.